Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Apartment Love's channel, globally helping people find their next apartment. Joining us, the Chief Executive Officer, Trevor Davidson. Welcome back, sir.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. Thank you.
A pleasure to have you back, man. There's a lot going on in these markets, lots to discuss. Fascinating time to be an investor, in my opinion. But Apartment Love recently announced some big news as you kind of closed convertible debenture financing, raising $750,000 to fund your SEO sales and the marketing initiatives. You want to just break that down for us?
Yeah, I'm happy to. And, it's a great round for us to pick up. The $750,000 in cash provide us with the resource that we need to go in and actively and aggressively market ApartmentLove.com throughout the United States. And as we're looking at major rental markets, New York, Chicago, LA, having that resource and knowing that we can invest in our own asset and have relevance and presence on Google in major markets is really what's going to move the needle. And as we begin to roll on our revenue engine and begin contacting landlords and property managers and large apartment building owners across the country, and be able to share with them that we have presence in their respective local home market is going to be the difference maker. That this is a huge round for Apartment Love, and certainly one where we're tremendously excited about and grateful again that the market has been so supportive of our story and of our stock as we continue to grow.
Yeah, I think that's some pretty decent insights. And coming from a millennial, somebody that's looking to rent in some of these major markets, I think it's important to kind of touch base on some of the macro environments surrounding the real estate market, because we are moving into these crazy hyperinflated periods, a lot of supply and demand problems. I mean, I'm trying to help my parents move into a place of retirement. We're looking at property selling for 30% over asking anywhere within an hour and a half of the city, and it leading to a lot of people moving into that renter generation because like nobody wants to pay these multi-million-dollar prices for what doesn't get you a whole lot these days, right? What are your thoughts just kind of on the macro environment?
Yeah, and I think you summed it up well. I mean, I was sort of reading an article just the other day that was sharing that a property in Toronto had sold for $1.1 million over ask, and then I thought this is just getting out of hand. And now as inflation is north of 5%, I think I saw just the other day as well, it really is becoming home ownership is becoming almost unattainable. And for us as a platform that provides rental markets or access to rentals across the country and elsewhere around the world, it's admittedly playing very much into our favor. And while the aptly named renter generation is active and they are having to find shelter. I mean, it's a fundamental need in all markets and in all times. Food, water, shelter are priority. And us as a platform to be able to provide good and reliable, transparent source for renters is, I think, what continues to drive our growth. And as the market continues to shift and more people are opting, whether by choice or otherwise, for rentals, Apartment Love is here to support that growth. And then we're continuing to scale along with the space as it continues to evolve.
This should be a fascinating story to watch evolve over the coming year here, because I don't even think it's just millennials renting. I've watched a lot of older people sell out just to bank that money, cash flow it, and they'd rather pay $2,000 a month for rent than float these $2 million mortgages, right? It's fascinating what's going on here, man. But I definitely appreciate your insights today, Trevor. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. Thank you again.
On that note, folks, I pass the question off to you. Let us know what you think in that comment section below. We'd love to hear about it, and consider subscribing, because as the news comes down the wire, we'll continue to update it here. But stay cool, stay awesome, and as always, I look forward to catching you in the next one.